Kamani, Jose, Leslie, let me talk to you about writing for a moment, what I want you to work on today. So, you all should have done this work of historical fiction. Like, we've been working on this for like a couple weeks now. And what I want us to do today is get to the final copy. I don't think I ever had a chance to talk to you guys personally about this, but we had been talking about ways to improve it. Like I made my notes here where I want to add some dialogue here and dialogue there. Look for places to use more specific details. So I don't know if I went through and made any marks for that. I said put some dialogue in here. Here I circled a word, said I'm going to replace it with this more specific word. Here where I changed the detail, instead I said run to the group, I said he charged at a group. Here I say describe this more with more detail. So here when I talk about how he kept the hyenas away from the camels, I want to be more descriptive of that. Like, what did he do? What was his actions like? What was that scene like? And then I talked about how my ending, from that point on, Hakeem was allowed to watch the camels. That's a real weak ending. So I needed more details in that. I talked about how, I could say from that point on, even though he was smaller than the other boys, the adults made him the leader of the boys during the camel watch because of his bravery and his courage and his being cool under pressure. So they made him the leader. So he went from being not, people didn't think he could handle it because he's too small, all the way to, okay, he's the best man for the job, so we'll make him the leader. So I'm going to add that into my ending. So what your job is today, after you've made those changes, you start to rewrite it as your final draft in your notebook. All right. With all those changes and improvements, you put it in your notebook. All right. So work on that today. And that will be I'll put a spot in Seesaw for kids to start turning that in when they get it done. Hopefully that gets done today. If not, the spot will still be there in Seesaw for you to turn it in when you do get it done. Right. So that will be some writing work to do today. Also, remember, even though you're not with me, you can always get on Epic and do some reading. Okay, you can always do that just to keep yourself working and engaged and become good readers. You have to read. It's just good practice to always be reading. So hopefully you're doing that also. I'll also be watching Seesaw, as I might be adding other things for you to do, other videos for you to look at, and I'll be calling also just to tell you other things that you can be working on. So all right, so you can work on your story, the final copy, after you've made improvements.